Hello everyone, this is Bob and Threadbare, and welcome back to Thief 4. Now you may notice something different today. I am alone. And that's because I've been reconsidering my opinion of Thief 4 recently. I mean, yeah, the story's a hot mess and the early chapters are derivative as all hell, but lately it actually hasn't been half bad. I mean, Chapter 6 was honestly pretty fun, and these side missions, side jobs, they've actually been fairly interesting. Tightly written, some actual, human interaction rather than just getting the plot from point A to point B. And so, I've been thinking maybe it doesn't deserve the sort of peanut gallery treatment I've been giving it lately. And so, for this, starting with the exploration videos, which is where we are today, I figure, you know what? Let's give it the dignity of having a single commentator, instead of three people babbling on about nothing in particular.
They burned everything.
See, this way I'll be able to, keep track of what's going on, keep focused on what's happening on screen, that sort of thing.
Forget something, Garrett?
Like how the lip syncing there is absolutely terrible, but
Now that's a good one.
That's
Need some tools.
Now that's a good one.
that's fine though. It's it's
Did you
just
get
a
caught?
little side
We
thing there.
never met.
It's not that important. And actually that accounts for every single side job now. I have activated every last one. I have unlocked the entire The City. And so I can now go everywhere I need to go to collect all the collectibles, grab all the loot, all that good stuff. And we're going to be starting with this window here. This is the only sort of optional side place on the way up to the church. Nicely appointed here. Got a lot of nice silver teacups, as you do. What have we here? That looks like there's a hint. Apparently Basso's chess piece has gone missing, and we are here to find it. And we are also here to steal everything that's not nailed down. And so that's also what we are going to do. Apparently this fellow here is with the Graven Dawn, and oh, looks like he's still awake. Well, we could change that. Yep, he's got that painted face. Painted clothing. I wonder how quickly that goes all crusty. Slopping paint onto your coat like that. Now, the first level of locks here, the 3 points, are actually fairly easy because they seem to represent, the regions that that it accepts, I mean. It seems to be, an entire quarter of the wheel. So you can actually, get away without moving the mouse almost at all with some of these locks. Oh my, looks like somebody enjoys his bottles. Doesn't look like there's anything to steal here though, that's kind of weird. You'd expect there to be something around here. And, wait, hold up. Aha, there are studs near the ceiling. I can't really climb up there from here, but that's what blunt arrows are for. Hopefully there's no time limit on this, and so... Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, much like in the regular games, the first 3 games, I mean, if you hold the arrows too long... Oh. Neat. But yes, if you hold the arrows too long, your grip will, the ability to hold the arrow tight will go away. No, it sure doesn't look like there's anything up here. Kind of expected that there would be. I mean, there's no real place to jump, but still, I mean, you could reach from the... What about the lamp here? You know, if I knew if you could grab... Wait, hang on. Oh, silly me. The real secret is beneath me. That was kind of silly. I didn't even look down. Not even a little bit. Now it's 2 o'clock at night. Or wait, no. Now it's 3. Interesting that they've got a map of the city here.
Now, what do we have here?
And we get one of the mortal coils. That's the main reason for coming down here. You know, the first time I did this, I believe I made the same mistake I did this time. I mean, since you are looking up, you notice that the thing above you moving, but you don't necessarily notice that the thing below you is also moving. I mean, not unless you're standing on the trap door when it opens. Suppose that would do the trick. Hey, we're near the graveyard, so suppose it makes sense that there's all of these gravestones around here. Alright, so that's obviously a trap plate there, so... there's the box. Hey, a new angle on the trap removal animation. Now, as I recall from that note upstairs, it's basically, I need 2 6s and a 7, so... Hang on, let me check that again. Alright, Stone Market Documents. What was the thing called? Oh yeah. Okay, so I needed 2 7s and a 6. That was my bad. So let's see. Oh, well. Simple enough. Sounds like that might be interesting later.
Thief takes night.
So not only did we get a bonus 50 gold for finding a golden chess piece, but we also got a hint towards a painting whose eye I need to poke for a secret stash. Not sure if I even find it or not. I mean, it can't be a reference to the eye you have to poke in Aaron's mill, because you have to have done that to have gotten this far. Because the mission that allows you into that building, that only unlocks right now after Chapter 6.
I've something for all your nefarious needs.
I still don't like that guy, though. I'm not going to take back anything I've said about him. Looks like all I really need here are a few more rope arrows. I never get,
You know where to find me.
or at least I try not to get a full stock of arrows, because there's always a chance that you'll find a few out there on the streets or in the chapters. But speaking of exploration, it's about time I got started on that for real. Now, the left side here, the west side, it's a bit smaller than the center and the right side. So that's where I'm going to start. The west side, incidentally, is the part of Stone Market I've only just unlocked. And what that means is that our chapter, the next chapter, the location to find it is actually off there in the west. This looks like a good enough transition point as any. If I start on the north side, that means I can just case the entire alleys from top to bottom. Now who's whistling? Might be that guy down there. With the light in his back to the wall, it could be a little troublesome to get to him. But I don't have to worry about that just yet. And by the way, another good reason to do all of the exploring at once is because the guards respawn if you leave the streets. So you can transition from one map to the next, but so long as you don't enter a chapter or a side job, then the guards will stay down if you've knocked them down. Oh, looks like there's another switch over here. Oh, delayed reaction.
Time has come, brother. We return to the cathedral and on to the dawn's light.
No. No, I won't.
Can you see what right at us? Burn our own city. Next, it'll be cut our own throats. Spoken like the faithless. I'm sorry, brother, to see you lose your way.
Oh, we've lost our way, that's for sure.
Looks like that was just another way to get down to street level, or potentially get up from street level. Oh, hey there.
Have a look.
It's a lesser vendor, which is good because he's got the same stock as the regular vendor, except that it's restocked.
No refunds.
So it's good to, you know, run from one of these vendors to the next. And for some reason, Garrett refuses to open the door here. That's new. Is it something I said? Is it... Oh, wait, hang on. Could this be the problem? A trap door. There it goes. It's weird, though. I mean, usually those, you know, cause traps rather than prevent you from opening things, so that's... It's interesting, it's just unusual, though. Looks like the last guy to try this place did not notice the trap. Too bad for him. All that for a button. Ah, I see. So here's the real stash.
Let's see. Loot stolen, didn't die. That's everything.
I wonder why they would want to put that inside the floor instead of inside the safe, seeing as they're both pretty much exactly as secure, all things considered. And if you're wondering about that transition, the issue is that I kind of fell off a roof. But, you know, that's my fault for not quite judging where I wanted to go. And in no way is it the fault of the game for, you know, forcing me to jump down when I wanted to jump across, let's say. That surely didn't happen. Because, you know, this game is actually not as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, it is really satisfying to finally be able to knock out the guards on the street, because now I know that they are going to stay knocked out for as long as I need them to. And it appears I've made a loop just now. Now what's this? Looks like a nice lady named Molly has paid off her debts recently. I suppose that must be a hint to something, but, well, it would probably help if I actually paid attention to the location names that pop up in the lower left corner. Oh, what's this? Oh, let me just catch the rope here. Alright. Got some nice stuff hidden up here. Now that guy is a little too far down for me to just jump onto him from up here. Like, if it would kill you to jump down on somebody, the game won't let you do that. And
Someone may still be here.
yeah, as you might expect, dropping the ladder kind of excites the guys down there. But maybe that's for the best. Maybe I can jump down from here and... oh, wait. I did it a little too close and in a little too much light to get away with it. Luckily, I've still got that combat focus bonus. So I was able to end things nice and quick. I mean, I was winning, and the crossbow guys can't really guard.
This is torturous. He's still around.
But, you know, I was getting tired of combat there. I mean, come on. Combat has never really been a big selling point of any of the games in the Thief series. I mean, that's not the focus. It's supposed to be hard so that you don't want to do it. So that you instead, you know, fight these guys by sneak attacks.
Maybe death would be a favor.
Oh, whoops.
Someone's here!
Didn't mean to jump all the way down, but I guess I made a little noise or something.
Leave me be.
Anyway, it looks like I could possibly get up onto this awning here. A rooftop, I guess. It's just a rooftop. I mean, it kind of looks like you should be able to get up there. It's sort of got that gray location, like it's fully pathed and everything.
This is torturous. He's still around.
But I don't think there's actually any valuables in that place.
A body. Death would be a favor.
Huh.
God.
That was unexpected.
Death would be a favor.
Both that guy would be there and that I would be able to knock him out regardless.
Maybe death would be a favor.
Man, that one civilian downstairs is just...
Maybe death would be a favor. I think he's gone.
literally begging for me to kill him at this point. I'm not gonna do it though. It's still going to end the game. Kinda weird that those bottles were poking out of the little lattice there. Still, you know, even the best of games have clipping issues.
Never thought I'd say it, but they're worse than the Watch.
You hear what they did on Market Street?
You know what? I've had my fill of sorrow, so I'll pass on that story.
Yeah. Here's to happier times.
Yeah, it's nice how I can nail those things from all the way across the street like that. Now let's see.
I'll end up dead soon enough.
So that one rope I just dropped down, looks like I can probably reach it from the street level here. In case you were wondering, I wasn't sure if I could go downstairs from where I entered, but it turns out I can't, so that settles that question. Now, I don't think I can jump down to that from here. So, maybe going at it from street level will work better. Then again, it turns out that the rope is just high enough that I cannot actually jump to it from down here at all. Not even when I climb up onto the railing. Instead, what I have to do is I have to notice the other rope arrow point and then jump to it from above, from that one beam I was just on. From here, I can climb down carefully now, jump to this other rope, and from this rope, I can actually get into the room I'm aiming for here.
Rat show if I'm not careful.
It is a little awkward, I will admit, especially considering that it really teases you about possibly getting up here from the ground level. But it is an interesting sort of puzzle to figure out what you can reach and from where. And I do admire that. And it looks like that room I was just in has nothing to do with Basso's mission. Basso's job, that's the white blob there. So I may have to check a different story. Because, you know, these are fairly vertical levels, in addition to being, you know, horizontal, I suppose. But yeah. I find this vent here. Looks like this is going in the right location. Oh. And it goes down.
Well. The North Crests of true apothecaries, but you can never make a city forget its old smells of rich soil or old blood, or both.
Apparently I needed to find that golden knife. Interesting. Looks like there's some sort of witch who's been going around stone markets setting up candles.
More old rituals. Whatever happened to just leaving a coin for luck at the Watchman's grave?
Oh, that's a reference to Thief1. One of the optional objectives was to leave a coin for good luck at the Watchman's grave while you were in the abandoned part of the city. Now, looks like that does it for this side of the street here. It looks like I can actually get over to there somehow. Let me just check down here first. Looks like this leads somewhere too. Of course, it is just on the edge of the map. The edge of the west side meets the central side, I mean. So I get the impression that this is supposed to be a transition point. Although for some reason the door does not seem to work on this side. I'm not seeing where I could actually get to the other end, and I'm also not seeing anything I could actually do down there. Yeah, actually that's the transition point right there. Maybe they moved it at some point during development. Well, regardless. Oh, level 3 lock here. The thing about the level 3 locks is that these are actually the ones that are the hardest to do normally, and so you can actually save time by doing the focus vision version of the level 5 locks. Oh well, that's pretty obvious right here. No traps, so it's just a matter of finding the 2 hidden switches. There's one. Dang it. There's the other. Got some nice earrings out of that. Anything upstairs? No. No. Guess that was it. Still, there's a nice little bit of loot to find there.
Stunning.
I think that accounts for everything up to this point on the west end. So what have we got over here? Oh, there's way up.
My back's hurting bad.
Looked kind of like there was another room there on the left. Oh, another pulley I can hit. Yeah, it's lucky that you can hit it from the near side as well as the far side. That brings me back over to this area here. And actually, I knocked this down a little while ago, but I haven't actually gone inside. Something interesting in the closet. Something interesting for somebody who betrayed the note writer. So, should probably be on my toes about that. Oh. You know, the books kind of glow when they're part of this group here. Ah. I wonder, is the dead guy the surprise, or is the dead guy the result of the surprise? Well, whatever. I'm not here for the dead guys, I'm here for the money. I've got the money, so I'm going to go on. Leave the body behind. Find out what's in this room instead. Now, once again, we are on the edge of the transition between the west side and the central area. So I kind of suspect that that window over there will actually lead me back across a map transition. So I'm not going to take it. I'll be exploring the central area some other time. I've already been down there, so let's just take one last look around the rooftops here. See if there's anything I've missed. Already been in that little corner there. You know, I get the feeling that there's something up here I need to find, but I won't be seeing it for a while. On the other hand, there's that glowing thing up there. And actually, that's one of the candles that the wax witch set up. So if you fire at
slow.
And that's what happens when you interact with them. They, shoot a fire arrow at them and light the candle, and it will whisper to you in the voice of the dead soul that was used to make the candle. It's actually kind of creepy. There's something like 25 of those candles hidden throughout the entire stone market area. Everything's on fire down here.
The city is filled with hope, sister.
But as I was saying, if you light all of the candles, you get one focus point.
Terrible around.
So it's not that useful to actually hunt them all down. And you don't get all that much from it beyond, you know, hearing those little whispers. So it's a nice little touch, but nothing, you know, nothing worth collecting, I'd say. Hey. Also, I've decided that sniping these guys is probably the easiest way to deal with them.
Body!
Sounds like there's a civilian down there.
Someone's here! Help!
Yep, there she goes. Well, nothing I need concern myself with. Dealt with all of the guards down there, so it's just a matter of, you know, not even climbing down, I'd say. Since I've got all this stuff up here left to collect. But then again, it sounds like there's someone down there. There's two guys down there. Where did they even come from? The game just spawned them out of nowhere or something? I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. I've got other places to explore in the meantime, so I can just wait for them to calm down. Save myself a little money on broadheads. You know, and actually, it doesn't look like there's much to do on this side of the street here. There's a couple of buildings I can enter on either side, though. So I should probably set about finding a way to do that. Yeah, that's where I came from. Now that the guards are gone, I can actually check around this watch station here. Watch tower, maybe? And like I said, this does go faster using focus, but focus, you know, costs poppies. If I don't have to pay in poppies, that's even better. Ah, dang. Alright, just a couple of gold flasks in here. What the hell? I pressed E, and then everything except the one thing I wanted to happen, happened. Interestingly enough, it looks like I can actually climb up onto that tower. And over here we've got another vent. Let's have a look inside. Maybe I can hit that switch from here. I can. And how useful. Well, especially with me being above these guys here.
Hey!
There we go. That's how it's done, right there. Of course, it cost me basically almost all of the focus I had left to knock the guy out. Yeah, that's the one problem with the focus combat, is that it actually costs a fairly decent sized chunk of your bar. Looks like the Thief Taker General asked the guy who lives here for a special medal. And there it is.
Commemorating your service to the crest. Well, without people like me, they wouldn't need the watch.
Alright, looks like that covers basically everything here. Once again, I fell from just a bit too high up.
Maybe I'll sleep tonight.
Praise Orion!
Praise Orion!
I think
Praise
it's coming
Orion!
loose.
You can see past those guys is the way forward.
Praise Orion!
Hey, someone sneaking around?
Or, sorry, I shouldn't say the way forward.
You're a bastard!
It's actually the way to the next chapter.
Praise Orion!
And for some reason, once again,
Death would
I fired off a rope arrow that is just a little too high out for me to actually use. I have to admit, it's a little arbitrary where the rope arrows let you go. How long they are, I mean. But on the bright side, I finally figured out where this building is. Looks like that's all there is to grab out of here, though. Alright, so now that that's done, I gotta figure out how to get up there exactly. And although it took me a while, I eventually realized that you need to go out onto this beam here and jump across. Or actually, you could jump up from over there where I was just looking, but that did not occur to me until I actually reached this point. Still, you didn't want to see me running around doing nothing in particular, so I cut that out. Well, there's the book. Just a couple of gold coins doesn't seem like enough. There's gotta be something else around here. Oh, and it is. That's what I get for not looking at the ceiling, I guess. Man, there's a lot of nice stuff on the west end of Stone Market. Right now I'm just trying to, jump down from up here. But it does not want me to do that. It wants me to use the rope. So, fair enough. The rope is there to be used, after all.
I'd welcome some warm coffee.
Looks like I can't actually get around the corner from here, though. And I can't jump up using that one rope arrow.
This damned city.
So, might be a way around, maybe? That's just a dead end. There's another rope arrow point up there.
Remember.
Or maybe there's something down in this corner. No way to get up from here, but there is this vent. Looks like what's on the other side of the window there. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be on the west side map. Because, here, let me just show you. Yeah, the parts of the map that are on, like, a different actual map, those are not detailed. It looks like what's on the other side of this window here is detailed, so this shouldn't actually be a transition point And yet it is. So that's a little curious. Is there anything in here? At least? No? No, looks like there's just this vent. And yeah, as far as the map's concerned, I'm still on the west side. Let's just hop in through here. Yeah, and now the details moved on to the center area. Huh. It's just a little weird, you know? Just a little, though. I mean, the game is still, you know, pretty interesting. All this running around, finding loot, knocking out guards, it's actually pretty fun. It's been like 40 minutes now. I'm still not sick of it. Hell, there's been 40 minutes of pure exploration. That's interesting just to know that that's possible.
Praise Orion! Praise him!
Aha! Another rope arrow point. This one reaches all the way to the ground.
Praise him!
Praise Orion!
And that's interesting. Apparently someone forgot to put a box there. There's another pressure plate, so let's find out how to get rid of that. Yeah, there is a knack to doing this, and if you can figure it out, it actually goes pretty fast. Poor dead guy.
Orion awaits you with open arms!
Interesting painting to use for this. Oh, hang on.
Cathedral! Orion awaits you with open arms!
There we go. And all of that just to disable the trap. This guy really does not like second-story burglars.
Praise Orion! Praise him! Praise Orion!
Man, even the desks are being nice to me. Letting me open them up like that without too much trouble. Me being actually full of stuff. Alright, so what's up here?
To the cathedral! Orion awaits you with open arms!
Well, looks like there's this window here.
To the cathedral! Orion awaits you with open arms!
Aha! One of the pinned castanets.
Praise
Orion!
To the cathedral! Orion awaits you with open arms!
Now what's this? Ah, graven notes.
Praise him!
Praise him! Praise Orion!
Praise him!
You know, I think you guys have made your point.
Praise Orion!
On the bright side, that about takes care of that side of the west side. And so now all that's left is to, you know, discover that that one rope arrow I fired near the beginning of the video, the actual purpose of that is to lead to a window beneath the window I fired it at. Or fired it from, I mean. So from here, you can jump on, and this time climb very carefully down to the second window. Jump in.
Now, what do we have here?
And get the other pinned castanet on this map.
What happened to the sloop setup?
Looks like that's about... Wait. Okay. Another 50 gold for a necklace.
Bravos.
And that, I believe, covers just about everything. Now, how about you? How's your stock?
Quick now.
Oh. Looks like he still hasn't restocked since I was here last. But then I've used a whole bunch of rope and blunt arrow since then.
We never met.
So I was still glad to, you know, stop in with him.
It's going on forever.
And anyway, since that accounts for basically everything on the West End now, it's time to head back towards the center. You know, I realize that, you know, we're already 45 minutes into this video, but I figure we can get a little bit more done before, you know, ending things. And so I won't be doing the entire central area of the of Stone Market here. Pretty sure I've been through that window. But I will at least do as much of the North End as I can. And speaking of North End, I've already done... Whoops. I've already done most of the... I've already done the part that's... It's a map on its own, I mean. That part of the North End. So I'll be starting from here and going south. Now this actually leads into a building for once, instead of another map. Honestly, it's a little weird.
Doubt they'd keep the manuscripts out front. There must be a workroom.
What's especially weird is that they're using that, yeah, that one shelf of books. Hey, a desk bell where you ought to find a desk bell. Fascinating. Yeah, they keep using the hidden switch set of books everywhere. But there's only one set of books here that actually opens any secret doors. So it's kind of interesting that you have to, you know, hunt around, or else use, you know, focus mode to find it in an instant. But on the other hand, it also highlights, so it's not that much trouble to figure out. Ah.
And there's the trapdoor.
Now this is related to one of Basso's missions here. Although for some reason I'm not seeing the thing I was supposed to come down here to find. I could have sworn it would be on that table there, but it's not. It's very obviously not on that table there. Which is weird. Oh well. Maybe I'll just come back to it later. Just move my good friend Jimmy Beam. Crawl through all these boxes here. Crates, I should say. And there's another place I can go to. And in fact, it's another of Basso's jobs, too.
Gloom's taken so many already.
Ooh, this is a nice place.
This is the young lady's townhouse. Reminds me of a bird cage somehow.
Interesting. And you can tell that the lady will not actually be waking up at any point because she is underneath the covers. And like most games of really any age, a cloth like that is really hard to do.
Who's opening doors?
Oh crap.
Come on now! Hey!
Guy just had to be staring at the window, didn't he? Staring at the door, sorry. coming in. Uh-oh. Well, luckily he's armed. So I can do that. Wonder what's going on with this place, though. Dang it. Dang it. Alright, now let's see what else they've got around here. Another locked drawer. Man, some people are just so paranoid, you know? Always gotta lock away their valuables even though they aren't expecting a burglar. Oh man, look at all that nice glass, swear. All that fine china too. But no, it's not actually valuable. Not to Garrett, at least.
I'll take this.
Aha! One of the flowers eternal. Rarely get any of those from the main plot. This is actually a fairly tall painting, so you can't actually reach all the way up to the top of the painting here. Your hands only go up so high. But then you are looking for switches that other, you know, humans would have to reach, so it makes sense. Another window there. Doesn't appear to be any hints around here on what that number is. Then again, we did pick up Scarlett's diary earlier. Ah, yes. She hid in the closet, watched him open the vault, and carved the number into the wood. So, we can get inside here and maybe look around for where that number is carved. Although, oddly enough, it can't seem to find it. Maybe if I can get into the other side there? No, that's not how that works, okay. Let's check another time. A little more careful here. Oh, there it is. 824. Easy enough to remember. There we go.
I never liked mirrors. I prefer to stay unseen.
Alright, now let's get out of here. I think that other window might actually lead to the west side. So I'm not going to be taking it. Instead, it's time to go back to the Clock Tower Plaza. Of course, there's not actually that much to do here. Been through here so often, I've grabbed everything that's worth grabbing, and fortunately the guards are actually all missing from this area. Not even any of the replacement factions have guards posted around the clock tower now. Ah. I think that's where the other window leads to. The one I didn't take. That pops out onto that wooden beam there. And it would be nice if the game actually let me, you know, climb up onto this wooden beam here from this side, but apparently there's nothing doing there. I mean, maybe I could climb up, maybe climb down to it from up here.
Smile tonight.
Well, first things first. Let's get you out of the light. case you got any buddies around the area here. Alright, now where was I? I'm trying to find a way to that wooden beam from this side. That's where I was. Can't jump that distance either. There's gotta be a way up there, though. Maybe if I just climb along the side here. Yeah, I can get up here, at least. Grab that. Doesn't look like I can continue from here, though. Not in any way, shape, or form. But maybe from up here I can jump over to this window, have a look inside. Or it could lead back to the west side, I guess. Now, where was this again? Oh yeah, the room where I turned out the light. I remember where this is now. Okay. What the hell was that? Somebody find a body or something? I don't know. Weird. Well, anyway. Looks like that accounts for the North Grand Mountain here.
So hungry.
So let's have a look just a little further south from here. You can see there's another bird's nest down there with some more money in it. So there's gotta be a way around the side. I guess I was supposed to be here a while ago. You know, back after chapter 1. Yeah, now I can climb around the side here. Find out what's in this window here. Lots of turnips. And oh, this is Montanesi's room. Montanesi himself, the guy who made all those paintings of, Okay, fuck this shit. I'm out.
Good find. Certainly an original.